Hey there! Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about the moon? I'm here to share some fascinating secrets about our lunar neighbor that'll blow your mind. First off, did you know the moon is drifting away from us? Yep, it's true. It's moving about 1.5 inches further from Earth each year. Scientists think that billions of years ago, the moon was much closer and looked way bigger in the sky. Imagine that. Now let's talk about those mysterious dark spots you see on the moon's surface. They're called Maria, which is Latin for seas, even though there's no water there. These Maria are actually vast plains of basalt formed from ancient volcanic eruptions. So when you gaze at the moon, you're looking at the remnants of its fiery past. And ever wondered why we always see the same side of the moon? And it's because the moon is tidally locked to Earth. This means it takes the same amount of time to rotate on its axis as it does to orbit around our planet. So one side is always facing us and the other side, often called the dark side, remains hidden. Pretty cool, right? And get this, there are footprints on the moon that will probably last millions of years. Thanks to the lack of atmosphere on the moon, there's no wind or rain to wash them away. The footprints left by the Apollo astronauts in the late 60s and early 70s are still there today, perfectly preserved. Speaking of Apollo missions, did you know the moon's surface is covered in a fine, powdery dust called regolith? This dust is super tricky to deal with. It sticks to everything and gets into all the nooks and crannies of the astronauts' suits and equipment. Some even say it smells like gunpowder. But the moon isn't just a dusty rock, it's a treasure trove of resources. Scientists believe there's water ice in those permanently shadowed craters at the poles. This could be a game changer for future lunar explorers, providing drinking water, breathable oxygen, and even rocket fuel. And here's a fun fact. The moon actually has quakes. They're called moonquakes, and they're caused by the gravitational pull of the Earth. Some can last up to an hour. These quakes are much weaker than the ones here on Earth, but they remind us that the moon is still a dynamic place. One last cool thing, the moon has a thin atmosphere called an exosphere. It's so thin that molecules barely collide. It's made up of helium, neon, hydrogen, and even some potassium and sodium. Not the kind of atmosphere where you could take a deep breath, but fascinating nonetheless. So next time you look up at the moon, remember it's not just a pretty face in the night sky, it's a world of wonder full of secrets and stories waiting to be discovered. Keep looking up and stay curious. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this lunar journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more amazing space adventures. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars.